power purges and alien spaceships. That's like my name of my title of this video. I'm starting to do things a little bit differently. Did a little bit of a write-up to do with this actually on Instagram. And yeah, and I thought I'm going to do a video on this because this is some crazy shit, man. I'm going to swear right off the bat. Don't care, don't care, don't care. I'm like sandwiched between the full moon and the solstice. And, you know, I really thought it was going to be sort of like holding hands, you know, making daisy chains and just like, oh, the new earth is coming. This is so amazing. No, it's not like that at all. Not at all how I anticipated. Purging. Even my daughter, even the dog's sad. The dog is lying down here, by the way. Everyone's sad. Everyone's feeling loneliness and separation. Well, that's my immediate family anyway. And we're all kind of like going through it. Now, I wanted to make this video into a little bit of an energy check because, you know, first of all, I want to talk about the anxiety, okay? You might be suffering with the anxiety big time. See, I'm getting comfortable now into my seat, right? My rather squeaky seat. So focus, sorry. But yeah, we've got like some serious anxiety on board and everybody's feeling this kind of like anticipation, nervousness, you know, half of it, I don't know where it's coming from. And then the rest of it, my mind has made a story and gone, oh, it belongs there. And I kind of know that's rubbish as well. But anyway, that's where I'm at. And I've had this kind of like, you know, anticipation that something really, really big is coming. And, you know, I'm going to rewind because basically we're going to talk about 2012 and we're going to talk about 2021, December 2012, December 2021. Now, for those types that have been on their path for quite a while, such as myself, back then we all geared up and, you know, I was living in Zim then and it was very much on my path to power. And we geared up and we were like, oh, it's going to be the end of the world. The Mayan calendars ended or something like that. Anyway, it was a big thing. And we're like, oh, what does this mean? Now, there's actually speak of that wasn't the timeline where everything was going to blow up. It was this timeline. And it was actually the 2021, swap it around, that's 12. And they were like, it could be possible that we got it the wrong way round. So look, I'm just entertaining all possibilities right now because there is so much craziness going on that anything is possible, right? So anyway, we're going back to those timelines of, you know, it's massively transformational times. And I mean, we've never been here before, like at all. This is the switch, the click over, you know. Some people are pushing the timelines out to February because yes, that's going to be a portal month. Absolutely. But let's not get it twisted. We're going to be going through this for the rest of our lives. If those are that are chosen to come back, I don't know. I'm not so sure. I might do it from distance next time. I don't know. But, you know, it's like there's always going to be portals. There's always going to be, you know, time for transformation. You know what I mean? But this particular timeline, this is like the tipping over of the scales. This is the significant time of what they're calling the new age Atlantis, the golden age lands, etc., etc. And I mean, and I know this in my being to be true. I've been through many of these crazy adventurous portal times where we've all got very excited and gone, okay, wow. And then over the other side, it's pretty much the same. But, you know, when it's not the same, it's more expansive, but we expected more of a change. Do you know what I mean? But I think the change comes internally, not so much out there. And I think this is why this is different this time, because we are going to see the changes out there. Already governments are very, very flimsy. You know, the systems are crashing, you know, and I'm just going to leave that out there. Systems are crashing. Trust me. You know, businesses are folding, you know, money's changing, you know, the frequency of money. People are kicking back against their governments. People are becoming empowered. People are actually sick to death of this shit. And I don't think half of us know what we're sick to death of, but we just know just this. Do you know what I mean? So whether you're awakened, whether you are considered in slumber and not so awakened, it doesn't matter, because the bottom line is basically where we're going is we're coming away from a timeline, us and them. You know, I work and read a lot with the Ra contact. Some people know about that. You may know about the Law of One, and the Ra contact were some galactic beings that basically helped build the pyramids, amongst many other things. We shan't go into it, but their teachings is all about, you know, bringing everything into the forefront, everybody together. So if you are Christian, if you are Muslim, if you are whatever your belief is, we all look at the same flame of the candle. We just might look through different colors of glass through the lantern to see the flame, but we're looking at the same flame. We all agree on something, that we all have an understanding that there is a higher power. There is something much bigger than us. And that's effectively where we're going to. We're coming into this place where acceptance. You know, I accept the fact that you've had an injection. You know what I'm talking about there. I shan't go into the words. I'll accept the fact that, like, you've had an injection. I accept the fact that you believe in it, don't believe in it. I accept the fact that you are, you know, basically sleeping and you're non-awaking because you haven't caught on to that yet, and that's okay. But I also accept the fact that your crazy, mad, gifted abilities, and you know all about, like, aliens and the big shift and, you know, Golden Atlantis landing now, all that, like, out there stuff, which is totally me, by the way. But, you know, it's about acceptance. All of that is just stories, details coming from a mind perspective. The bottom line is we need to bring it all back to the understanding that the flame on the candle is exactly the same, okay? And that's where we're coming to now, the acceptance of all that is. That is the big shift, okay? This is just going to come crashing down like a freight train, because how it's going to happen is basically belief systems are going to be shattered, and I don't know what's coming, and maybe that's my anxiety, but something really, really big is coming, so cataclysmic that it's going to take the focus from what we've been focusing on for so long, this craziness, that's all I'm going to call it, because I don't want to bring the energy in. But we're looking at this craziness and something's going to happen and it's going to flip our attention to something else. And then all of a sudden the energy is going to change. I really do feel that that's what's going to happen, because something's got to happen, right? Something's got to happen. And many of you, whether you are like, you know, whether you suffer from anxiety or not, surely you can feel that there's something coming. This is a very, very weird timeline this month of December. So that's what I'm talking about. But the bottom line is where we're all going is the same place if we're not there already. Heart, 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 heart. That's it. That's exactly what we're doing. That's where we're going. That's what we're working towards. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, and that's it, and that's all. And all of a sudden, there's a simplicity that comes with it. So that anxiety you may be feeling is very much, like I say, just because you can feel all this energy building. And then also as well, your mind is gonna hang that anxiety on any coat hanger just to say that's it. And then you've got to go back to my 5 videos. Remember how to lose your mind? Go to my YouTube channel and just watch those real quick videos to give you the tools on how to unplug your mind from creating stories, okay? Because that's effectively what we have to be. And I've said it in videos before. If you want to just kind of like have a map and compass and a navigational skill right now, it's about how to lose your mind. Don't let this get involved and tell you, I am feeling this way because, or I am depressed, I am sad, I am unhappy, or whatever. No, you are aware that you are depressed. You are aware that you're sad. You are aware that you may be fearful right now or lonely. But, you know, it's like you are aware of that. That's just an energy, okay? But don't embody it because you're saying I am. No. The I am. Remember the I am we say? I am consciousness. I am awareness. I am God spark. I am that I am. Okay, now that's okay, but you're not going to say I am broke, I am pissed off, I am that, because what are you doing? So really being, look, I'm going to use the words, that's really bad, really be mindful, but we don't want to be really be heartful about what you're saying, okay? So it's that awareness again, that awareness, right? So, you know, the bottom line is there is an element of having that awareness, but there's also an element of just letting it be. So if you're feeling unwell, you know, if you're feeling like fearful or whatever, let me just tell you, I'm going to move into like, you know, what the power purges for me have been happening in this month, and maybe you can relate, maybe not. But I mean, like, before I get into that, whatever it is you're going through, allow it to just run through you. Do you know what I mean? So if you are battling with something, the only reason you're battling with it because you literally are got swords out battling. So maybe don't battle with it, just be it. You know, just be it, just let it run through. So, you know, if you are really feeling like, you know, unwell, get on the sofa and be unwell. You know, if you are, you know, sort of worrying about money, instead of, oh my God, what am I going to do? Just lie there and just be like, okay, well, what's the worst that could happen? This is the whole thing about fear, right? The way you get through fear is like, you know, fear is a brick wall. So when you get to this brick wall, that's fear. And you're like, oh my God, there's no way through this. But if you find a through road and infinite possibilities, for example, you could walk around the wall. You could also climb up the wall if you got the right trainers on and grippy things on your shoes. You can get up there. You know what I mean? Or you could actually just sit there until somebody comes with a ladder. Or if you've got a hammer, you could hammer through that wall. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, as long as you've got a through road, like going, well, okay, if I'm broke and I can't pay the mortgage, or if I'm broke and, what's the worst that can happen? You're going to be fine, because there will be a family member that will help you out. It's only fear of fear itself. Do you know what I mean? But the outcome, something else will happen to you, because this is the reality. You are always okay. This is all the shit that needs to be cleared off the top layer, because these are the stories. Do you know what I mean? So you are always okay. So in these times of extreme stress, spiritual stress, okay, just expand. That's the best thing, because we close our hearts and we're like, got to get through this, don't want this, and we focus on what we don't want. We need to actually just sit there and open your heart and just, and I know it's hard to do because it's been trained to close, but that's the only way through this, okay? And on my written post with Instagram, I just started typing, you know me, I'm such a clown. I got to laugh at myself, because I was just like, well, you know what? I personally feel I'm going to share it out there now with all my alien conspiracy, peeps. I reckon there's going to be a big fat old spaceship that's going to land in my garden or somewhere, and they're just going to take us away from all of this. And then everybody's going to be absolutely shit scared. They're not going to be focusing on COVID anymore. We're all going to hitch a lift to another planet, and there you go, happy ending. So that's my version of basically going beyond the fear. That's one of my infinite possibilities, by the way. And I'm also, my second one to deal with it is laughter. Because if we don't do this and we don't laugh at ourselves, and then mark my words, what if a spaceship does come? Then this is going to be a really cool second video blog after this one. Will it not? Will it not be? But yeah, I'm just like, that's what I'm thinking. And people say, oh, Marie, you're so far out when you talk about aliens and things like that. And I'm like, so all our governments are Hitlering us right now, and we are basically all being killed off by a vaccine and a virus. That's not. Okay, expect the unexpected. So this is what I'm saying. We got to make light of it. You got to laugh at it, because this shit is crazy. And, what else can you do? What else can you do? So that's where I'm at. So I wanted to do a little bit of a video feedback on my current mood, and maybe you're in the same vibe. And then December is not over yet. So there's more to come. There's more to come. And we have the solstice tomorrow, which is supposed to be a very powerful day. Well, it is a powerful day, but I'm talking about the big stuff that's been prophesized to happen. Let's see. So what I do want to talk about now, bringing it back down to base camp a little bit, is I want to talk about, the realness of what we're actually purging, of what the frequencies are, what's going on, why they're coming through, and all the rest of it. When we speak, the dog came in and gave me a jump. I thought it was the aliens. I thought they'd come to get me. And I was like, sorry, I have to go. Jesus, nervous disposition. So what we need to be mindful of is where we are right now. We've gone right in at the depths, and many videos, many people as well channeling and saying the same thing. We really are at the bottom of our stuff that we're purging. So think about that. We've come from all of that stuff out there, and when we get here, okay, we are super duper in it, which means we're in our closest proximity. And what is that? That is family stuff, okay? So I am in a very, very powerful pocket of very, very intense family stuff. A lot of codependency that's gone on with there. Stories, don't even want to go into it, but certain members not being here on Christmas Day, and that's been really, really sore and painful, but it's brought a lot of energy to the surface where we as a family have had to, and it's affected all of us, this one family member not being with us. And, it's actually made us look at everything. It's brought up a lot of sadness. It's brought up a lot of separation and loneliness. So that one action of that person not being here has actually brought up all of this stuff. So in the interim, I was absolutely raging. I was so hurt, and I was blaming, and I was like, you, and whoa. But now I sit here and I just go, wow, what a gift. It's now basically helping us purge this crap that doesn't need to be there, which basically needs to leave us as a family unit, meaning my husband, my daughter, my son, and myself, and we need to get rid of this. But then it's also sent me on a very, very powerful journey back to do with loneliness that I've had all my life. And that might be what you're all experiencing as well, or it might be a fringe of it, because as a starseed, which most of us are, I believe we're all from the stars, but you know what I mean? As a starseed, okay, we battle with that, feeling that we belong. I have never belonged all my life. I am surrounded by so much loveliness. I have so many animals. As you know, I've got my 4 Maine Coons, got dogs, got horses, kids. it's a busy life, but yeah, I feel so lonely. I have friends, I feel so lonely, even from as young as being a little squacker. I remember, came from a big family from Wolverhampton and Birmingham. I remember just at the age of 8 feeling lonely. So this is a thing, you know? So right now it's like, it's been with me all my life. And why it's so intense is because now we're coming into land. Because like now we have to be here. We have to be in the physical body. Many of us have come to clear up what is on the earth plane. So even me going to Egypt and working with those frequencies and everything like that, you know, I'm going there to the temples to do a clear up service like every other light worker is. We're going to parts in mountains, Peru, like, you know, everywhere, okay, to clean the oceans, do whatever, because that was our contract, right? So, you know, we've got to kind of like be here, and we've got to face the noise, and we've got to look at stuff that isn't so pretty and kind of see the beauty in that, because it's underneath. Right? Rather than picking the jobs that we want, going, well, I'm not going to be a bin man. I'm sorry, I'm not cleaning those windows. Absolutely not. I'm going to sit here and file my nails. That's not happening. So, you know, to be in here means to really be able to do the work. And I know that I am in service 150%. And that's all I want to do. That's what I've come here to do. I want to be able to channel all my guides and everything into the fullness I can and be the best that I can possibly be. But I can't do that unless I'm fully in here. So if there's separation and there's loneliness and everything like that, I am separate from myself. So how can my higher being, one of my main guides, how can she channel through me and be part with me and we can do teamwork together? She can't, because I'm not in full unison. I'm basically working at 60% instead of 100%. So now I'm getting like, oh, okay, this is why this loneliness and separation is like really, really intense. So if this is something that you're going through, you know, it's a long root system right there. Do you know what I mean? But right now it's time to kind of squash it now and basically come home. And home is heart, obviously, but home is also in your physical body, and it's accepting the reality that you are living in. There's no point in going, oh, the world's such a mess and there's just so much heartache and pain. That's why you came here, to basically help with that. That's why you came here, all right? And to help others do that as well. It's the grand cleanup. Do you know what I mean? But like, we're not going to do it on our own. And that's another thing why it's really super important to come into to be here. Once you're here in your physical body, then you're present. Then you come out the cave. Then your peeps can find you, your soul tribe and everything like that. And let me tell you, the most biggest golden key that I have stumbled upon in the last year is finding my tribe. When you find your tribe, all of a sudden they're accepting of you. You know each other like you know no one else. They have a support for you. The chances are you're going to co-create and do mad, crazy projects with them or whatever. And, you know, and there's just like a confidence that comes out. Now I'm safe. Now I'm safe. I can do what I came here to do because they get me. My peeps get me. They're my people. So you see, that's also really important as well. So it's all a bit of a tap on from that loneliness and separation. But as I've always said, what I do for myself really intensely, I do for the grid and I do for all. So if you're going through an experience of something similar, then you are not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for all. So don't ever think that you are insignificant or you are not doing enough or you are, well, let's be fine, they can do without me. No, we can't, because we don't leave any man behind, and every being is brought through very, very powerful gifts and abilities, and they are vital, critical for us to be able to complete what we want to complete. But here's the beautiful thing. We're not here to do it in like arduous energy anymore. This is what 2022 is all about. It's about doing it in joy and basically with each other instead of doing it on your own. How many of you out there have been working on your own? I know I have. That's why I'm so bloody lonely. But like now I'm sort of dealing with that, you know? So many of us have worked on our own, and all we want to do is be part of a community. And as that ripples out to the rest of the world, yes, we come down from the spiritual aspects, but community is like sitting and having a glass of wine with a group of your friends sat on a blanket chilling. Community is basically, you know, going surfing together. Community is, you know, just hanging out, you know, eating food, whatever. So it's not just about the spiritual thing, it's about heart. So we overthink these big things of like, I've got to go and do this and I've got to go and do that to be in service. Yes, I have done that, but my mission and purpose is to take people to Egypt, is to take people to special spiritual retreats and tours and things like that, because that's what I've chosen to do. That's a given, but that might not necessarily be for the next person. That's what I chose to be in Joy Vibes with, because I love it so much, you know. But you might find that it's different. You might go and open a coffee shop and like, yes, have people read spiritual books, whatever it might be. But there is joy, there is heart. We are no longer going to do what we did before in the same way, which is arduous, hard, and lonely. So that's what I have to share with you today. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, and then I'm going to do another post, no doubt, after the solstice, see how that all lands. So happy solstice for you all tomorrow. The link is in YouTube, because I'm now posting my videos only on YouTube, and then I will obviously give you a heads up on Instagram that it's here. Now, on my YouTube page, there is a little, it says Power Portal in the far right corner. That is a Linktree link. If you click on that, okay, you will get links to all of my cool rad stuff that I'm sharing with you. So you've got the audio journey, the free audio journey, which is my sacred drumming and a guided channel. You've got the Egypt tour, because remember, Egypt tour, baby, April 2022, that's happening, which is just around the corner. Reset, restore. It's time to just give to yourself and come and meet your peeps that I spoke about, because they're all there. We got a whole bunch of people going. All my soul tribe, so they're bound to be your soul tribe. If you're watching this video, your soul tribe. So come and meet them, you know what I mean? And give yourself a beautiful getaway spiritual transformation, whatever you need. That's that. And then also as well, we have the ANKH initiations, which is a new offering that I've been doing. My soul sister, Amanda, who's in Canada, that is a whole thing on it. So I'm just going to say, go to the link. It's all in there. So you click on the Linktree link, and there's all these different links in there. And and like I say, if you go onto the YouTube, there's also some kind of like mini courses, you know, just to help you, how to channel the Egyptian gods, you know, how to lose your mind, working with those videos, which is really, really helpful right now in these powerful times. So there's a lot on there that you can go and dive into, and I invite you wholeheartedly. So thank you for watching. This is a little bit of a longer video than usual, but hey, you know what I mean? A lot to talk about, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? Alien visitations and all sorts. Anyway, love y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.